Hey guys, welcome back to the next video. In this video, we are going to work with WebLogic, and this time, let me clear the screen. So, been working on the previous stuff. So, anyways, we're gonna set up our first domain for our production mode. So, there are certain things that we need to keep it ready before we go ahead and do that. The first thing is that you need to have this document open. The document links is all given in the first session, in the document section. So do open the document leaks and keep it ready. So now what are the detail you need is that you just need the name of the domain, because this is what we are planning to create. The location where you're going to create is the default location. There's no change in that. So go ahead and go to your WebLogic home, which is U01 apps, Oracle, middleware, Oracle home, WebLogic server or Oracle common, bin, and then you can run /config. Well, so that's the command should be here. Sorry, you should go to common bin config.sh. Now, there is another command I'm going to show you before I run this config.sh called config_builder.sh. Now, config_builder is going to create a template. So now you must have seen that in the previous development domain that we were using the config.sh to, to select an existing domain. Select an existing template to build your development domain. But if you want to create a template by yourself, or for example, for some reason that you want to have a template of yourself with a custom value or with a custom port number, you can actually build one using the config_builder. So that's basically your domain template. So I think we will dedicate this session for domain template, and then next session for building this particular domain which we just designed. So let's go ahead and design a template. So here is the first screen where you are in this one. You can create a new domain, or you can create an extension for a template. Okay, so if a template is already you want to use, and then you want to create an extension of that template, you can go ahead and use it. There are two ways you can create a new template. Yeah, you can take it from the existing domain which is already installed. Like for example, this particular domain which is created when we did the development domain, right? So this you can take as an example or a source location, wherein which you can use this one as a reference to create this new template. It will basically take the the configuration which is over here, and then it will use this template to create another domain when you are going and configuring that. Or else you can use the template as a source, like use a common template. So if you see that, it's inside your Oracle home WebLogic server common template wls.jar file. So that's basically your default template. You can use the existing default template, and then you can create a template of your own like that. So for example, here's the location. This is your custom user project templates, right? So this is your own user project template. So this is where you can have your own template. Like for example, I can say if this application is for tele, so I'll just create a tele underscore temp. No, don't want to give temp. Let's just stick with tele.jar. So this is going to be your template location that you are going to take the source template of WLS-jar and then create your own template in tele.jar. So you, again, as I told you, you can use your own domain which exists on the system to create a template as well. So that's another option. So let's deal with the default template only, rather than the one which we have created earlier. When you click on that, so you have the name of the template, which is base template. So these are some values which some of the values can be modified later point of time when you create a new template using this template. So that's one is name. So let's just leave it as base domain and then click on next. And then what else? The stuff it's going to get it as part of this particular template. So this is basically the details of this template. For example, it's going to be located in this location. It's going to have admin server, and that's going to listen to all address with the 7000 on port number and admin port. When you click on create, it's going to create a template and it's going to put it back there. So let's go and check, and the domain one, the dev template, so which we have created, right? Let's go and check that one, see what options it is showing us. So it is here, the name is dev underscore Delhi underscore domain. And then here, it basically tells you the listen port number is 8001 and the listen address is WLS host 1. So this looks much more reasonable. And this location of this template is like your actual domain, which exists on that path. So let's just create this, and who gives a, anything about what we are going to create. So now you can see that this is just a template which is created. So let's just go next, and then just you can see that the location where it has created is under user projects template delhi.jar. So now that we have completed this, so we should have this folder created under U01. I'm used to apps, OPT folder all the time. So it just becomes a habit for me to go there every single time. So user projects template, and then you can see that the jar file is created right now. So in the next video, when we create the template, we will use this template rather than the default one, so that you can have your own template which you just built. Thank you again for your patience. I'll see you on the next video.